Hey guys, welcome back to Tamara Recipes. In today's video I'm going to show you how I make some Jamaican jerk chicken in my kitchen. So let's get right into the video. Now I have some chopped scallion, I have some crushed pimento seeds, and I have some oil, I have some chopped garlic, scotch bonnet pepper to my taste, and I also have some chopped ginger, and I have my thyme leaf. Alright, so I did cut my thyme leaf very small, but what you could do, guys, is just blend all of your ingredients, all your natural seasoning. Alright, also have my nicely washed chicken. I'm using the legs and thighs. I also added some onion, but I forgot to add it, so off camera after seasoning the chicken I did add some onion slices because I forgot to show it in the beginning. So I'm gonna add some chicken seasoning. I'm gonna add my favorite seasonings. Alright, so I'm gonna add some Maggi chicken seasoning. I'm going to add some Grace all-purpose seasoning. Now you can use the seasoning of your choice, as I said before. I'm gonna add some garlic powder. Now if you have onion powder, you could go ahead and add the onion powder. I was out, so I only had to use the garlic. Alright, but here I'm just adding some black pepper. Now you add the seasoning to your taste. I will not add any salt because the seasoning, they're full of salt, and the jerk also having salt. Alright, the jerk wet seasoning also full of salt, so I'm not going to add any salt. Alright, now I'm gonna add a tablespoon of jerk seasoning, and then I'm gonna add my fresh seasoning. Now I did add some oil to my chicken, and I added some other ingredients, guys, but honestly some things were not shown in the recording. Alright, I added a tablespoon of brown sugar. I added a teaspoon of soya sauce. Alright, but that part was not recorded, but I'm just telling you that I added it also. Now based on your liking, I added the soya sauce, which helps with the color and also the flavor, and I added the browning. Now if you like, guys, depending on how dark you like your jerk chicken, then you could add more or less browning. Alright, but I do like my jerk chicken on like a darker side, because you know that's how jerk chicken looks. So I added in total maybe about 1.5 teaspoon of browning, and I added a teaspoon of soya sauce. Alright, so the chicken is nicely seasoned. I'm gonna allow it to marinate, but I do like to put some of that fresh seasoning under the skin, because you know, guys, you want your chicken to full of flavor. Now you can also poke some holes into your chicken. I did not do that because my chicken will be marinated for about 2 days. Alright, now I have a baking sheet here that I lined with some aluminum foil. To that I added some oil, because you know you have to grease. Even though you use aluminum foil, you still have to grease it. Alright, so remember that you can't bake your cold chicken. You have to allow it to thaw if you put yours in the fridge like I did. So I'm just adding my chicken pieces, and I added mine with all of that seasoning on it, but I didn't add all the seasoning because we're going to use that nice seasoning and leftover juice in the bottom of the bowl to make a sauce. Alright, so just place the chicken pieces, and of course, guys, you can use any part of the chicken. I chose to use the legs and thighs. I also have a jerk chicken wings recipe that I'm gonna leave in the description box where you can check it out. Alright, so as I said before, if you don't want to use the fresh seasoning, like just put it on your chicken like that, then you could always just blend your fresh seasoning into a paste, like you know, you have a green season, and then you just season your meat with it. But for me, it's okay doing it this way. So you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, so all of that leftover seasoning and liquid, I'm gonna use it to make a sauce, as I said before. So I'm gonna add my fresh season under the skin. As I said before, I love to do it because you know you add more flavor to your jerk chicken, but you know, that's just my preference. Alright, guys, now you could always remove it and just use that to make the sauce, but I had enough in the bowl, so I just use the rest just to put under the chicken skin. All right. Now bear in mind that even if you don't like chicken skin, it's best to leave it on your chicken because it adds more moisture and flavor to your jerk chicken, alright, or any type of chicken you're making. So I'm gonna put the chicken in the oven and allow it to bake. Meanwhile it's baking, I added some water to the bowl that I used to season the chicken, alright. Now this is not the bowl I seasoned the chicken in, guys, but because I put it in the fridge, so I had to take it out and let it thaw in a different container. Alright, so I rinsed the bowl with like a cup of water, and now I'm gonna add some ketchup. Now I'm gonna add maybe about 2 teaspoons of ketchup. I don't want to add too much ketchup because I don't want my jerk chicken to be red. Alright, I added like a half a teaspoon of soya sauce. Now I'm gonna add the same powdered season that I use to season the chicken. Alright, but you don't want to add too much. You want to go low on the powdered seasoning. Alright, guys. So because we're gonna use the sauce that was released from the chicken to add into this gravy, or into this to make the gravy, so you don't want to add too much powdered season because remember you seasoned the chicken already, right? So you don't want it to be salty. Alright, so I added some black pepper, I added some garlic powder. Alright, now the chicken has been baking for about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna drain all of that juice off. Then I'm gonna transfer it into the pot. Alright, now after doing so, I'm gonna turn my chicken to the other side. Alright, so while the gravy is simmering, I'm doing this step. Alright, guys, so I don't want my chicken to become cold, you know, while the gravy is simmering. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the oven just for it to continue baking until the gravy finish. Alright, because remember I have to throw off the liquid and all of that. Okay, guys, so because we're trying to mimic the jerk chicken on the grill, so I want our chicken to have that nice charred look. Alright, so the gravy is simmering nicely. So after the gravy finish, I'm gonna add a little on the chicken. Now you don't want to drown the chicken with the sauce. You want to add just a little because you know it's not the regular baked chicken. Alright, you just want to add a little of that juice on your chicken, as you see I'm doing. Now you can always use a pastry brush or a baster, but me I go the old school way and just use a spoon. Alright, now after adding a little sauce on each piece of the chicken, I'm going to transfer it back into the oven and let it bake for about 20 more minutes. Alright, so I base this side, allow it to bake for about 10 minutes or 10 to 15 minutes, and then I turn it over to the other side, add a little sauce, and let it finish baking. Alright, but not all steps will be shown on camera, but it's just, you know, for everybody to have a full understanding. So the chicken is all done at this point. It has a nice beautiful charred look, and it tasted great also. You know, it wasn't dry because we added that sauce just to keep it moist. So I hope this video was helpful, and if you try the recipe, don't forget to comment down below. And I just garnished mine with a little scallion. I didn't want to add any more scotch bonnet pepper because it was already spicy. Alright, stay blessed.